Students, it's Miss Shank Tiffany, class of 2020. I'm glad that you're almost done. I'm sure you are too. We have one more thing that we need to have you do, and that's complete the senior survey. This is a graduation requirement. If you don't complete it by next week, when it's time to get cap and gown, you're going to pull you aside and you're going to have to do it there at school. Okay, so first thing, you're going to go to the charter website, not PFAA, but Natoma's charter website. Go to Department Student Services. You're going to scroll under important links. You'll see Naviance, the third choice there. I know some of you have logged into Naviance a million times. Others of you have only logged in maybe 3 times. So you can see this is my screen. Actually, I'm going to log out here. You're going to see this screen where it says welcome. You're going to put in your charter email and your password. If you haven't logged in a bunch and you don't remember your password, just click forgot your password, type in your charter email address and reset, and you can reset your password, okay? But I have my password already saved in here. I'm going to log in. When I log in, I'm going to see on the left-hand side, complete PFAA class of 2020 graduation survey right here under important to-dos and tasks. It says due Sunday, May 31st, but the reality is it's due next week before you get your caps and gowns. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to see over on the right-hand side to complete this task, you'll see the red arrow. It'll say you need to take this survey. So go ahead and click on take this survey. When you click on that, you're going to see this. So it should take you about 15-20 minutes. We'll go through the questions. Last name, first name, email, and cell phone. If you don't want to give us a personal email, cell phone, that's okay. Just go ahead and put no thank you or put zeros. Tell us how many years you attended NCS. So if you attended STAR or PACT, you're going to have more years. If you came halfway through a year, go ahead and round up to the next year. What are your plans immediately this August after high school's ended? Go ahead and put if you're 2-year college, 4-year college, career technical school, and military. If you're going to be employed, you're going to be working. If you're going to take a year off, if you're going to a non-US college, if you're undecided. So there's lots of choices there. Go ahead, you can just leave this box blank. It's going to ask you next if you applied to any 4-year college or university and if you were accepted to any 4-year college or university. Did you apply to any UC, University of California, and were you accepted? If you didn't apply, then you're going to choose no. Same thing for CSU, okay? If you applied or you're planning to this month or so apply to a 2-year community college, go ahead and put yes. The next part, it's going to ask you based on whatever colleges you might have put in Naviance. So some of you have a bunch in here, some of you have none. If you don't have any schools, go ahead and click to the bottom where it says add new, and you're going to just type in the name of the college you applied to, and then you can just add it to your application. Okay, but here, my pretend student here applied to Fullerton, Monterey Bay, Sac State, UC Davis, Chapman, and Sac City College. So I'm going to go through each college and I'm going to say whether I'm attending, and so you should only have that clicked for one school. So even if I'm going to Sac City right now, and then in 2 years I'm going to transfer to Davis, I'm only going to click on attending Sac City College, okay? If, let's say, I changed my mind and I never applied to Monterey Bay, I'm going to click on never applied to Monterey Bay. The most important part of here is we need you to tell us what the final decision was. So let's say I did not get accepted to Fullerton. I'm going to put that I was denied, okay? And that's important because for future students, when they're building their lists for reach, match, and likely schools, they would see, oh, this student had the same GPA as me, the same SAT score, and they got denied to Fullerton. Maybe Fullerton then is a reach school for me, right? But then let's say that same student, let's say I got accepted to Monterey Bay, that same student say, well, I don't think I can get into Monterey Bay, but oh, hey, this student did get into Monterey Bay. So these, and though they'll never see your name, they'll see your data point, and that helps them. So please be real honest with us about whether you were accepted or denied to these universities because it helps future students, okay? And remember, if you did the process right, if you applied to likely, reach, and match schools, you probably did have a couple denials. Okay, the next question is, if you're not attending a 4-year university to which you've been accepted, just tell us why. Sometimes it's financial aid, sometimes you didn't get to your first choice, sometimes you're not sure what you want to study, maybe you're not ready to leave home. And then for your class, I added a box, uncertainty about COVID-19. The next question is, tell us about any scholarships you received. So we're not really talking about financial aid grants like Cal Grant or Pell Grant. Here's more about academic or talent scholarships. The next one is, if you are continuing your education, what career path might you be considering? And here are some choices there. That really helps us too when we look at what charter students are thinking of doing. The next one, tell us about anybody who helped you with your college, career, post-high school plans. And then activities that might have helped you. Then we want to know, what could we have done better to prepare you for life after high school? These have really helped shape our decisions because we want your feedback. We want to know what we could do and what you'd like to learn more about. Tell us how satisfied you are with your academic education, your arts education, and your overall education. So it's academic, arts, and education, and overall. And then we have, how prepared are you for your post-secondary choice? So whatever you're choosing for next year in the future, how prepared do you feel? And then, do we have permission to post your college choice information on our website or on a flyer? And then the next to last question is here. Sometimes in the past, we've had students who wanted to create like a 10-year reunion for graduates. So somebody, if you can give us a name or an email, a phone number for somebody who would know where you will be, because you may be all over the place in the next 10 years, but likely maybe it'll be your parent, a grandparent, aunt, uncle. They'll probably be somewhat more stationary. And then the last question is, if you are going away to school, would you be willing to have like an NCS student, maybe who's a current sophomore or junior, might say, hey, I really want to go to visit this school, and are there any charter students who go to that school? Maybe they'd be willing to meet me for coffee or go help me with a tour or something like that. So let me know yes or no on that. And if you have completed everything as instructed, you'll get a button here that says submit answers, and you just click on that, and then you are good to go, and it'll be complete. And at the top, you'll get something that says thank you for completing this survey. Okay, if you have any questions whatsoever, just send me an email and we can either set up a time to go through it, or I could probably troubleshoot and help you figure out why it's not working. Okay, Charter Class of 2020, PFAA, hope you're doing well, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.